Alright, so the plan for today, we're trying to get Naninf on the black deck. To do that, we've got Baron and Mime for scoring. Familiar technology you've seen before. 2 blueprints, 1 brainstorm. Negative brainstorm because we used ectoplasm one time. We've got Perkeo making cryptids. So cryptids gives you more kings allows you to score more points. We have enough cryptids, we could probably get the Naninf right now. If we want to get the Naninf right now, I would like to do something potentially a little bit more ambitious. Let's try to see how long we can survive. Let's see if we can go all the way to Ante 39 on the black deck. Generally speaking, compared to playing on the plasma deck, you need twice as many kings in order to score the same amount of points. So twice as many cryptids in order to score the same amount of points. I don't remember, I should have looked at it before we started. I don't remember how much we, so here we got E22 in the previous run. I don't remember how many cryptids that takes. If that takes 2 cryptids or only 1 cryptid. We do have an invisible joker here. It stopped dancing when we left the game. We can try to get another blueprint or brainstorm here. Level 29 high card, voucher-wise, we've got blank voucher, missing antimatter. We have no overstock, which is kind of sneaky, but we do have the reroll voucher, the boss reroll voucher. Burglar at some point. Yeah, I think now's not a bad time for the burglar. We still have to beat Ante 24. Ante 24 we can beat with cryptids. Just a couple of cryptids to beat Ante 24, and then Antes 17 through 23 we can use burglar. Maybe DNA would be useful. Yeah, the deck is, we have a couple of purple seals, but it's mostly these red seal gold cards so that we can make money from the mime. Red steel cards score more points, but we make less money. Alright, let's go. Alright, at some point we said we wanted to get a bunch of invisible jokers and see what happens. Oh, if you like sell the blueprint copying an invisible joker, it says it's incompatible. I think it's just incompatible. No polychrome red seal. Yeah, we tried, but it didn't happen. Alright, here we go. Bummer. Not the best. Maybe not the worst. At least it gives us points. Bummer. Alright. So, we could get antimatter. Okay, boss says face cards face down. That doesn't matter because we have the boss reroll. Probably we reroll into the serpent. Okay, Arcana packs. So, we can do a little bit of rerolling. Moon doesn't matter to me. Midas Mask doesn't matter to me. What am I looking for? I'm looking for Invisible Joker. I'm looking for DNA. Maybe we hold on to the family to block the family from showing up. We take an Emperor here. Maybe no on the Devil. 186 on the Fortune Teller. No BU mod. Is that true? It says we got the Percolator here. Could look for the Showman. Could try to get Chip. That's true. Do I want a Chariot? How do I feel about the current split of steel and gold? Maybe no on the Chariot. But if we got the Death card, we can open the Arcana pack. I can turn a regular steel card into a red gold card. Maybe. These holographic cards have actually been slightly useful to us. So that's it. Stuntman, nope. Polychrome walkie-talkie. Business card, no. Not having overstock is quite terrible. Strength doesn't matter. Could take Judgment instead of Family. Maybe. Could take Emperor. Okay. Why is the Burglar allowed to be copied, but other hand and discard modifying jokers aren't allowed to be copied? It's because of this. If you go to the Burglar says, when blind is selected. So this is a trigger. This is a situation which is copyable by Blueprint. When blind is selected. So if you've got Riff Raff, when blind is selected, that's something that you can copy. If you have Cartomancer, when blind is selected, that's something that you can copy. Certificate when blind is selected, or like when round begins, that's something that you can copy. I think it's, where is it? Marble Joker? Where's Marble Joker? Marble Joker is here. Marble Joker is here. When blind is selected? Yeah, that's why. Blueprint Brainstorm doesn't copy passive effects. Yeah. That's the short version. Plutonium, maybe? $25 for a reroll. Maybe not. Maybe one more. Alright. Rerolls are expensive and we don't necessarily have access to a lot of money. There's Ectoplasm. I could Ectoplasm if we had... If this was a Blueprint or a Brainstorm, I would do it for sure. Since it's not, I don't think we should. I don't think we Ectoplasm -2. Here, it'll cost us too many cryptids. But we can get another Ectoplasm... Sorry, another Ectoplasm in the future, maybe, from the Omen Globe. I can finally get rid of this stone card. I can make a red steel card. I can make a red gold card. I think I'm going to go steel, just in case. And take a temperance. Blue Mist. Thank you for the Prime sub. Alright, since we don't have any way of making money, let's just go next. Oh, I should turn this on. So we got the Saturn mod. We can stack up the consumables. There we go. 55 cryptids. And I guess we don't need the speed right now. So what are we trying to do here? I want to discard purple. Do I want to draw steel or gold? Let's go steel, probably. I could probably discard extra red seals. I want steel. Maybe not all steel, but mostly steel. There we go. All right. Let's go. Let's try 2 cryptids and see what happens. E25. 2 cryptids. Let's play the steel one. Copy the mime. So 1 mime, or 2 mimes, 3 barons. Actually, we have an extra baron now. Actually, with the extra baron, probably I didn't need the extra cryptid. So now I still go 2 and 4, and then ship it. Give that a try. Eve says we've seen a lot of ectoplasms that we haven't been able to take this run. So many ectoplasms, it's insane. Yeah, it looks like... I think next round I'm gonna go one cryptid instead of 2. Oh yeah. We're fine. We're so fine. Maybe none cryptids? Unclear. So each cryptid is about E4, so maybe I could do it with no cryptids. Why are we holding on to the family? So we could try to get DNA is what we're looking for. Holding on to the family means that DNA won't show up. Or sorry, family won't show up anymore. Maybe? Need some faster speed? Yeah, we could do it. Maybe take Faceless Joker here. I like Faceless Joker because we can get not an insane amount of money, but a little bit of money. Looking for DNA, looking for Burglar, looking for Invisible Joker or Showman. Okay. Wheel? No. Bean? Okay, so Bean gives us points. Bean saves us cryptids. Let's go Bean. Okay. Drizzle says we have a long shopping list. Yeah, honestly, yeah. Man, rerolls are so expensive. I want overstock. Let's go. Spectral pack. We didn't get a death card. Could go immolate here. If I'm using cryptids, then probably it's okay to immolate. It does get slightly awkward if we have the serpent because we won't have enough cards to draw. So maybe we don't immolate. Okay. What's my favorite flavor of Nan-Inf engine? I don't know, I haven't thought about it. They're not that much different from each other, right? Doing the stencils was kind of fun, I guess. Go next. Alright. I can reroll the boss, I guess. First hand face down. High card, money 0. No repeat hand types. Play only one hand. Face down after play. Face down after play is probably fine. Banana Nan-Inf. We didn't technically get the Nan-Inf with the banana. But maybe that's something that's possible in the future. Not with just bananas, but you have to do something else at the same time. Yo boy Link, thank you for the 3 months in advance. Alright. I'm going to try to draw all gold cards. If you had 1,000 Cavendish, it would be possible. It's not 1,000, it's something like 300. Maybe. Maybe it's not 300, maybe it's 400. Something like that. Okay. We can go 2 mimes? 1 mime? This works. And you wanted faster speed, we go faster speed. Alright, the extra Baron is helping a lot. Okay, so we don't need to use any cryptids. That's good news. That's great. Love to see it. Get a bunch of money from the gold cards. Sweet. Okay. Buffoon pack. Obelisk, Faceless Joker. Nope, we're just sticking with the bean. Bots is contemplating, okay, what if there's, you know, in the update there's some new ways to get Nan-Inf, some unintended methods. I'll tell you right now, okay? None of it's gonna be unintended, okay? Whatever kind of Nan-Inf method there is, I'll cross the I's, I'll dot the T's, you know, I'll double check it. None of it's gonna be unintended. If there's some new tech, it'll be 100% on purpose. Alright. I guess we could take DNA here. Maybe. Instead of the bean. Cool. I still want maybe Invisible Joker, replace the Baron with an Invisible Joker. Maybe. Maybe we don't need to reroll as deep if we've got DNA now. Maybe we just save money now. Go Emperor. Alright, copy the percolator. So face down stuff doesn't matter to me. Probably what we do is we keep 1 steel in hand, we make the rest gold. Okay, so let's copy the steel card. Do I ever do a judgment only run? I did, yeah. There was one run where I did no purchases. So first round, you take a Mega Arcana pack to get Perkeo, and then you use Perkeo to copy Judgment. And then that's it. The whole run is just per KO copying Judgment. No shopping. I've done that before. Alright, let's go copy. Put the mime there. Play this here. And this probably wins with no cryptid. Probably. Air Dash did a gold stake run without spending money. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Let's go. Okay, so that's E32 with one steel card, the rest gold cards. Okay. E32. I don't have my pen. Next round's E30. Okay, so we're good here. So we also get +1 hand size. Okay. Holo cards are so yucky. You're not wrong, but I mean, what can I do about it? The holographic cards actually help us this run because we've got our base mult is only 30, so +20 mult actually means something. Kinda. I'm looking for a burger. Maybe no on the hung man. Let's just go Emperor. Well, that's interesting. Hey, look, we did it. We got 20 bucks. Get me out of here. Okay. Spade debuff, I don't care about. We just go DNA here. Discard. We want to keep one steel. We want to do the rest gold for the money. Okay, that's it. I don't feel the need to use the chariot. Let's copy the DNA here. What have you joined into? We're trying to get Ante 39 on the black deck. Does that sound like something you're interested in? Alright, let's go 2 mimes, 4 barons. We can probably play the steel card. We got the extra hand size. E34. Okay. You know what we could do? We could go to the collection here. The Cartomancer mod allows us to look into the future, and we can see Ante 19, E36. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? That's the Cartomancer mod by Stupid. Death. Alright. We could go Arcana. We could reroll first. Try to get a Fool. That's it. Purple I can turn into gold. Maybe. Maybe blue we turn into gold. Go next. Okay. Alright, tower we don't need. Alright, that's it. So, copy the steel one. Alright, wasn't there supposed to be an MLB game today? There was. It was Gothic and Rothel. I know at least one Rothel and Gothic. There could have been more than one. Alright, someone asked, how do we know when our barons and mimes are optimized? Okay, so here's a quick rundown. Let's say you have all of these barons. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 barons. That means every king is gonna do 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. The 1.5 is gonna happen 5 times for every king. And if I have steel, that's another 1.5. So that's 6. And every card with a red seal is gonna happen twice. So all 6 of those 1.5s, it happens once, 6 times, and then once more 6 times. In total, that's 12. The mime gives you 1 additional trigger on top of the number of triggers that you already have. So it's, okay, here's 6 once, and again, for a total of 6 times 3. Literally 6 happens 3 times. If I move a blueprint onto the mime, now I have less barons. It's only 5 of these 1.5s, but they happen more times. So now it's 5 4 times. Instead of 6 3 times, it's 5 4 times. And then 5 4 times is 20. Instead of 6 3 times is 18. 20 slightly bigger than 18. And you can kind of wiggle them back and forth and do the mental math, okay? But it's optimized when the output is roughly equal. You want to have equal amounts of 1.5s, equal amounts of triggers. Triggers counting the card and the red seal as 1, 2. Mime is 1 more, and then another mime is 1 more. The steel cards are already 1, 2, 3. Usually, since the card already has 2 triggers but only 1 steel effect, then to balance it, you want to have more barons and less mimes. So this ends up being the correct number. 4 barons and 2 mimes. If you do it this way, where it's 3 mimes and 3 barons, it also works out the same way. It's 4 times 5 instead of 5 times 4. Alright. I want to dip it like this. And then I want to put the mime on the left here. So after scoring finishes, there's a separate phase. And then the blueprints can copy the mime and we can copy the gold cards. How do I feel about the accusations of having not enough gold cards in the deck? Let's take a look. I could have more gold cards in the deck. I would say the allegations are not false. How about that? So we could take Invisible Joker. Do we sell the DNA? Do we sell the Baron? We have to go 2 rounds without the Baron. We will probably have to use cryptids. We got a nice amount of cryptids. I'm not super sure I want to tap into those. Goodbye, Baron. I think we got to do it. At least we get to do the cola. You know, if we had rerolled earlier, we would have got it earlier. We could have had the cola and taken the voucher tag. Could have used the voucher to get maybe time travel, maybe petroglyph, maybe extra hand size. But I don't want to reroll. I want to save my money. Maybe reroll 1 more. Oh, look at that. All right. Is DNA going to be enough? We can't ectoplasm, or we can. We're not going to get any more Joker slots in this. So if we get negative Invisible Joker, it's not the end of the world. I think this might, of all the ectoplasms we've had the opportunity to not take, I think this might be the one that we do take. Did we get antimatter? Yeah, we have antimatter. So we're not going to get another Joker slot. The thing about negative Invisible Joker, you can still sell it, you can still get an extra Joker, but then you're locked in. You can't replace any of your Jokers. I want to take it. Best hits are going to be Blueprint and Mime. 50% you could hit DNA, which is not the worst. Not great, but it's not the worst. Maybe we get another Ectoplasm later. Maybe we get another Ectoplasm later. Alright, I didn't even look for what I could use my Hung Man on. Alright. Murphy's a believer. Sorry, Murphy. Next time. Next time we'll do it. We'll get the next one. Alright. Tough call. Yeah, I felt it was a tough call. You're allowed to disagree, but I thought it was a tough call. Okay. Copy the steel. We do have Omen Globe. Yeah. Alright, so I can copy Baron and Mime. I can play the holographic card. Do we need Cryptid? Probably not. Alright. So we did need the Cryptid. That's okay. We can use the Cryptid here. Now I play one of these. I play one of these. Oh, I grabbed the blueprint instead of the mime. Yeah. Okay, so this should work now. And then copy the mime. Is Perkeo a Jimbo? Does Perkeo look like a Jimbo? In my opinion, not really. We could go back in time. Okay. We could take a negative tag. I don't think we should, but we could. I don't think we should. Alright. So we should wait to reroll until after we do Invisible Joker. Take Temperance. Probably we go back in time. That way the scoring requirements are smaller. Okay. DNA. No negative tag. We will get to see what it ends up being. Would be funny. I don't care about that. Who cares? Alright. So we go Steel with the DNA. We use one Cryptid. On a Steel King, we play Holographic. No, we play Steel. And then this wins. Close. Alright, we get to do Invisible Joker again. Big money, no whammies. It's like less than 50%, right? Oh. Brainstorm. We got him. Okay. So now we don't need Cryptid, right? We good? I think we Gucci. I think we still check the Celestial Pack, see if there's plutonium. Feels good. Not too bad. Alright, rerolls. I want Burglar, but I don't need Burglar yet. Is that true? So we just go next. Okay. I want to draw as many gold cards as I can. Okay. Use the DNA on Steel. Alright, the cool thing about getting the brainstorm is we get extra hand size from the DNA, and we still get to do this. We still get to do 4 barons. And we still get to do this. 5 mimes. 5 mimes is $20 per king, $21 per king. How many cryptids do we need for a Nan-Imp? Probably about 40. We have 80 right now. So if we want to get Nan-Imp, we could just do it right now. A quick way to figure it out is like, okay, if I have, let's say, 10 kings in hand, it gives me E30 if I have 10 in hand. So in order to get to 300, I need 10 times as many. So how do you get from 10 to 100? That's like 45 cryptids. Yeah, we passed Nan-Imp a long time ago. Let's do a couple rerolls. We get a Hermit. We get Temperance. We get a negative. Alright, let's go next. Serpent is fine. Alright, I might make some gold here, actually. So, like, what if I copy the gold card first? I can play one more without winning. Alright, copy the Baron and do the Mime. I discard the Steel cards. Discard purple if we draw purple. I play the Steel card. Okay. Alright, I don't remember how much we scored without the cryptids. We did like E30, right? 33 or something like that. What's the hardest deck to Nan-Imp on? I don't know. Probably one of the vanilla decks, like green deck. Painted deck? Painted deck you could convert the... I mean, sometimes you do actually want the extra hand size, and you can convert the extra hand size into extra Joker slots. Like, think about it this way, okay? If you're playing on the painted deck, first ectoplasm is -1 hand size. You get the second ectoplasm for free. So if you use 2 ectoplasms, then you come out neutral on the painted deck. Which is in most, most of these runs you use 1 ectoplasm. So if you use 2 on the painted deck, it comes out the same. You also need to find the ectoplasms. That's true. I mean, this particular run, we haven't really had much trouble with that. Alright. E37. Are we on 1 cryptid now? Is that the plan? Maybe? Dusk. This stuff doesn't matter. I should just open the Arcana pack. Immolate. Now we have 70 cards in the deck. We could immolate here. There you go. Okay. Lost. Hearts debuffed. Previously played is debuffed. That's bad because of DNA. Decreased level of poker hand. That's survivable. Alright. I think I still go for the gold cards rather than the steel cards. It's gonna cost me probably an extra cryptid, but then saves me money. I might need money later for rerolling bosses. Alright, so copy the steel. I can make more steel. I can make more gold. I think I'm okay making 1 gold. Okay. So 1 cryptid, this probably wins. Maybe I can play steel here. Give that a try. At some point we need to start re-rolling for the serpent. True. Alright, E44 with 1 cryptid. That's great. That's good news. Alright, you love to see it. Does that mean we don't need the cryptid? Huh. Does 1 cryptid do more than E7? I think so. I think we do it without cryptid. Do we think we're finishing the run today? Probably. There's not that much stuff left to do. It's already been an hour. I could put a red seal, could go aura. Ah, foiled. Alright. Add the flames before the last 2 kings. That, Damon, that is the correct way to figure it out. That's great news. Alright. Actually brilliant. Alright, so we copy the steel. Okay, we play the steel, we play the gold. Let's play the steel. So allegedly this is more than E37. Did we just go back in time? Maybe that's it. I forgot. We just went back in time. Close, but technically it works. If we do exactly the same, it works. Alright, Joe the Magician, thank you for 2 months. Dr. Seuss, thank you for 6 months. And Lou too, thank you for the Prime sub. Alright, so 2 Arcana packs, reroll for tarot cards, maybe. Maybe Temperance. I can remove, I have enough steel, we can remove steel. We can immolate. Cool. Alright, this is gonna cost me 2 levels. Bummer. I'm gonna copy the foil. Alright, let's... Temperance is 31 bucks. Alright, copy the foil. Ouch. The chips actually matter slightly because we're playing on the black deck instead of the plasma deck. Cool. Ante, thank you for the 6 months. Any tips for conquering Purple Stake? Purple Stake, that's the one with the perishables. Yeah, fun fact, not every Joker can get a perishable sticker. Scaling Jokers can't get perishable stickers. So if you're having trouble with perishables specifically, yeah, you could do a little restarting. You could restart until you start with some kind of scaling Joker. And you don't have to deal with... Oh, no, purple, that's the one where you get the big numbers. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so... You need to get better at scoring more points. If you need to get better at scoring more points, actually what you need to do is you need to get better at building your resources. So if you have more money, you get better Jokers. If you have more money, you build a better deck. Play the Jokerless challenge a couple times. That's my suggestion every time. If you haven't already done all the challenges, do all the challenges. And then, if you haven't already done the Jokerless challenge 24 times, do it 24 times. Try to get 2 in a row at least. We could go back in time. You know, Eve, we could, just for you, I think we'll go back in time one more time. How about that? Just for you, Eve. Shark Gurk, every time I see Shark Gurk, I think it's Shark Girl, but it's Shark Gurk. Why? Alright, now you gotta tell me the story. Why is it Gurk? People ask me, where did the name Dr. Spectred come from? Why is it Spectred? It's derivative of some name that I came up with when I was 12 or something like that. I'm not gonna tell you the original, but that's why it's spelt the way that it is, Spectred. And then doctor because I got my PhD. Alright, we can do the exact same thing that we did the previous Ante. This boss sucks. Okay. Dark Guru? What? I missed it. Shark Girl was taken. Ah, gotta be Shark Gurk because Shark Girl was taken. I see. Sometimes it's just that simple. Is this a random seed? This is a random seed. We did start with Perkeo, but the way that we started with Perkeo is just manually restarting. I think this time it took me 6 hours. I don't know, I was watching TV at the same time, so I wasn't like paying too much attention. I was watching Travelers on Netflix. It's an old sci-fi series. It's a banger. It's a good one. If you like sci-fi, if you like time travel. The time travel stuff is not. It's a little bit light. It's not the focus. I think it's a nice psychological exploration of the characters. Alright. Could open a spectral pack. We're just gonna get ectoplasm again. Alright, I can make a red seal. Boom, we did it. Anyway, Dark on Netflix, highly recommend. Travelers on Netflix, recommend as well. If you like time travel stuff. Yeah. Go next. We got 3,000 bucks. That's great. The longer we go, the better and better I feel about this particular run. I'm starting to believe. Yeah, what's great about Dark is it was written to be exactly 3 seasons. Similar to Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like, they knew from the beginning how much time they wanted to take and what story they wanted to tell in that amount of time. Travelers, plural, is the name of the other series. Dark has great queer representation? Or is that Travelers? Or maybe both? Alright. Okay. You know, Andrew helps us against the serpent. You get 3 discards. We should stop spending. I really gotta stop hitting the button. Alright. No deja vu. Hit the button again. Don't hit the button. Go next. Alright. Drizzle hasn't finished watching The Last Airbender. That's a choice. Shame. Actual shame. We don't shame many people for many reasons, but maybe a little bit of shame. Just a little bit. Just enough to build character. Character building kind of shame. Yeah, that's the crazy part, is that means Drizzle started watching The Last Airbender, but then didn't finish it for... You know, maybe... It depends on... You know, maybe it wasn't on TV when you were a kid, maybe you're a little bit older, and then so you just missed the boat on that one. Maybe you didn't have cable or something like that. You didn't have someone to watch it with, as an adult, maybe. Drizzle's the same age as me, that's also true. Them's the facts. Same age within like a couple months too, I think. Alright, we got Overstock. I don't even know what I would do with Overstock now. Other than, I mean, we could push the button. So here, 43. We could do 43 with 1 cryptid. That's a 1 cryptid territory. Okay. Base, chips, and mold halved? I don't know. I'm scared. Maybe. We'll see. Alright, so the last time we did this, we used cryptid on the gold cards. And then we copied the steel. Do I have any thoughts on Bayes' theorem? I think you should get out of here. How about that? Yeah, this probably works. Boom, roasted. How dare you come up in my chat on a Tuesday and start throwing slurs around? Bayes' theorem, come on. Oh! Alright. Alright. I know what to do now. So that was a little bit shy. Kitty, you feel like you miss out on a lot of cool media? Oh, if something's just not for you? Hard for you to get over it? Cool for an emperor or money? Huge. Alright. Go next. So I think we can do this one. All we gotta do is discard, get the gold cards. Alright, this should win if we cryptid on gold is still legal. We can still do that. We have one more steel card than we had last time, so this should win. Is the plan to use all the nanims at the end for the nanim? The plan is to get to Ante 39. So currently we're using 1 cryptid per round. We will get to a point where it takes more cryptids per round in order to just survive. We'll see. Alright. So... base, chips, and mold halved. Can we do it? I think there's a chance. Sorry for bringing up Bayes' theorem on a Tuesday, which is clearly a Thursday topic. You know, it's easy to get those mixed up. Tuesday and Thursday. Book nerd, don't worry about it too much. Alright. Copy per KO. Do I want to do base, chips, and mold halved? I guess I could pay 10 bucks and I don't have to do it. Alright, there we go. Alright, don't stress about it. Let's go copy the DNA. Is it NanInf already if we wanted? It was NanInf an hour ago. Yeah. But we said that. Unless you weren't here an hour ago. NanInf on the black deck may have been done before. Ante 39 on the black deck, this will be the first. That's why I didn't use Brainstorm. Because if we're going to do it, we're going to do the first, the world's first, and no one else, then, you know, we got to do it legit. Do it without Brainstorm. Forgot to cryptid? Oh, you right. Do we need 2 cryptids then? Alright, I'm gonna do it just to be safe. Alright, this is overkill. Distracting me. Talking about Bayes' theorem. Come on. Better safe than pregnant. Yeah, agree. Cost me a cryptid there. That's what I appreciate about you, stupid. We got the co-pilot. Stupid and tech. Always paying attention. So that I don't have to. Alright. We can do a little re-rolling. Not like a lot, just a little bit. Go one more. Once we start requiring 4 cryptids, do we skip every blind? Probably. Probably that's the limit. That's the break point. So 50. So that's 3 cryptids. Alright. Prediction. 3 cryptids. Let's go copy the percolator. We make 5 per round. Yeah, 4 or 5 or whatever. I mean, whatever it is. We'll get there. Alright, so we could go all steel, and then that saves cryptids, but I actually want to say, I actually want to make money. I'm going to trade cryptid for money. X says 3 is overkill. Huh. So it's at least 2 for sure. And I think I used DNA for gold rather than steel here. Does holographic save a cryptid? Holographic is maybe 70% more points. But 70% more points is not a whole E. Alright, so this is with 2 cryptids. We think 3 cryptids might be overkill. I think it's gonna be a little bit under. Maybe 3 if we do gold. See, I thought so. I thought so. Let's do gold. Yeah, the reason why we want the money is so that we can get the burglar. Burglar saves us cryptids. Also, we can use the money to reroll the boss. $56. Nah, Tech was right. It was only 2. 3 was overkill. Tech was right the whole time. Tech, why did you doubt yourself? See, you started to doubt, and then... Alright, let's spin the wheel. Okay. That's on you, Tech. Self-doubt. Alright. So... 2 cryptids, right? I'm gonna be asking that same question 100 times tonight. Death? Okay. I use the death to make more gold. Alright. Copy here? Or... yeah, copy here? Two cryptids. I'm gonna save the death card. Play the holographic. That cost me 20 bucks. Every gold card is 20 bucks. Yes. Marginally calculated. Kinda calculated. Okay, let's go Celestial. 3 is not a multiple of 20. It's 21. I mean, if you want to be precise, it's 21 bucks. Could take a chariot. Nope. I don't really need death. Yep. I don't really need to be re-rolling. Yep. Did I start an ad campaign? Not on purpose. They go automatically. Am I playing in the multiplayer tournament thingy? The Major League BalatroU series, I am participating. The multiplayer mod community weekend events, I don't participate in. There's no point. Okay, we can go steel. We don't need the burglar yet? True. 2 gold ones. Play purple. I want to beat Ante 24 before we get rid of the DNA. That's it. So if you're wondering when are we going to get the burglar, it's after Ante 24. Okay. Why do we care about Ante 24? Because Ante 24 is the one that you can't reroll into the Serpent. Like, we have cryptids, but having DNA saves cryptids. So I don't have to use as many cryptids. Like, yeah, you can use cryptids, but I'm trying to not use too many. It's like a magic trick. Maybe we don't need to. Ante 24 uses a buttload of cryptids. It do. Yep. Fool. No money. Oh, there we go. Herm. Do we take ectoplasm here? Yeah. We could take ectoplasm. Is it even worth it to reroll? Well, I got 40 bucks there. That probably makes up for the amount of rerolls that we did. Gotcha. Alright, -1 hand size, we don't mess with. Extra large, maybe. If we wanted to win with 3 cryptids, we could do full steel. I might need 4 cryptids here. I'm gonna go for gold. Yeah, let's go gold. None steel, how about that? How did we get cryptid? We get cryptid from Seance. Seance gives you spectral cards when you play straight flushes. Okay, so it's definitely at least 3. It's maybe 4. I'm gonna go 4. Straight flush builds are fun. They can be. I think with shortcut it's even more fun. If you want to see how we set up this run, it's all on YouTube, BalatroU University on YouTube. 3 was E56. Okay. That was with steel cards. Here we have all gold cards. Ah, bummer. Yeah, maybe I need some steel. Alright, so this is cryptid number 5. That feels bad. Feels bad. Bummer. Got greedy. Alright, so we could do 4 cryptids if we go half steel. On a positive note, more money? Yeah, I guess. Do I have a favorite Joker? I really like trading card. I really like the artwork. I really like the effect. Alright, I think I'm gonna reroll the boss into the Serpent to save on cryptids. Here's a Spectral Pack. Spectral Pack could have Ectoplasm. Maybe we reroll first. There's a Cola. No ectoplasm? Alright, doesn't matter. In the wheel? Can't take the cola here. You roll the boss. Okay. So I can go half gold, half steel. 3 cryptids, right? Sorry, why DNA gold cards when we have so much money already? So, I mean, $5,000 is not that much money. But let's say you want to get the burglar in the future. You want to swap out DNA and get the burglar. How much money does it take to reroll to find the burglar? You don't know in advance how much money it's going to take. Also, it costs you money to reroll the boss into the serpent. So if we just stop making money now, if we go all steel cards and stop making money, then this is all of the money that we have for the rest of the run. All the way, 20 more antes until ante 39. That's why. Alright, I think I go maybe 1, 2, 3 cryptids here. Play the gold card. Alright. How would I feel about a negative golden ticket right now? Golden ticket we can't do because we have DNA, but mail-in rebate we could be able to do. Reserve parking we could be able to do. Look at that. Look at that. E60. Probably could have swapped out 2 more gold cards for steel cards. Okay. No on the devil. I look a trading card. Doesn't he look like a fun guy? Cute little guy. Alright. Here we want a magic trick. Oh, this is kind of cool, by the way. We got these are the foil ones, these are the non-foils. We have holographic. Alright. I think no on magic trick. I might get punished if I get the magic trick again in the future. Extra hand size helps marginally. Extra discard, extra hand helps. Overstock helps. Let's not take. Do a couple of rerolls. Could get a hermit. Could get a wheel. Could get plutonium. Okay. Against the serpent, now we go 100% gold. So, death? Okay. I can make more gold. Is this enough kings? I think it is. So we can play another steel one, draw more gold. Is this too many gold cards? I feel like we've run into exactly this situation in the past. Seems dubious. Alright. Do some math before we send it. What I mean is too many golds and not enough steel. So like when we use 3 cryptids, we only have like hand size 20 anyway. This is 23. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna ship it, and if it fails, so I mean like we could use the calculator. If it fails, we could just exit. I don't feel like busting out the calculator. Alright. 22 cards in hand, it probably works. Probably fine. I need to pay attention to how many cards we had in the previous round. when we use 3 cryptids. But then it's not legitimate? Oh well. You got me. Cut that part out. Yeah, it's fine. Cool. What version of Saturn am I using? The version from 3 weeks ago. Alright. So, I mean, if you're asking about this, pause after scoring, we could do it. Yeah. I'm not doing the animation skip because the animations aren't long enough yet, but that's something that we could get into in the future. E67. How many cryptids does that take? Probably some. Probably some amount of cryptids. I think what we do now, I think we do all steel. So that we can save on cryptids. Go steel for these 2 rounds and then go gold against the boss. Yeah, Sleepy, I've been using it for like the past 3 weeks and haven't had any issues. I did have an issue with the updated Saturn, but then I didn't update Cartomancer, and then Cartomancer didn't know what to do. But then once I updated Cartomancer also, then it was fine. But that's just me, I messed it up. But it's fine now. Alright, take an Emperor. Okay, so steel time. Reroll the boss. It'd be cool if we had one more hand so we could do more testing. Having only 3 hands is a little bit stressful. Okay. I saw the pillar twice. I saw the flint twice. Okay, there's serpent. Whose idea was it to go back in time? Mine. And it was worth. It was so worth. Alright, so we need this. With the DNA. We need at least 3 cryptids. We're considering whether or not to use 4. 3 cryptids for sure. Do we use a 4th one? Probably. Okay, we did E70 on the serpent. Okay. So 20 cards in hand. This probably works. We did E70 with 22 in hand. Okay. So that was, I used 4, right? I don't remember I used 4. Okay. So this is only 19 cards. Instead of 22, it's 19. Yukon, hello, welcome. Yes. Oh man. Y'all are so good at this game. Yes. Alright. Go next. Copy DNA. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There and here, mime there. Can we have upside down dock where the cryptids are? We can. Queue it up. Let's do one of these. How about that? Right there? Is that what you want? That's where the cryptids are. The cryptids are right there. We have 142 of those right there. Okay, priestess. No tassel physics? Apparently not. Okay, so we don't need any steel. We can copy gold. $21 cards in hand. Play a steel card. How close is this? It's not as close as it was before. Alright, so this is 22 cards in hand. Half of them are steel. Ship it. How many more percolations do we need for the big Nan-Inf? We could do Nan-Inf with about 40 cryptids, maybe 45 cryptids. Trying to go all the way to Ante 39. Oh wait, we gotta be Ante 32 also. 24 and 32. Beans. We got a lot of work to do. Actually, I realized. Stuff. Okay. So 77. This is Ante 24. Okay. So man, I need ooh. We need the burger. We need the burger. Okay. Death? No, not important. Why do we need the burger? It saves us cryptids against the serpent. We're gonna have to start skipping soon. Okay. Arcana. I can remove purple. Hang him. Can't do burger on Ante 24. Yeah, but we can start shopping. We can start looking. Maybe. Alright, 152 cryptids. This boss, Shuffle Me Jimbos, extra large, I guess. That's the least offensive. I guess. So, we want to go all steel? Or do we need the money? Do we need the money for the burger? If we need the money for the burger, then we use the cryptids instead of steel. Is it worth it to trade a cryptid for like $100? Actually, it's more than $100. A couple $100. Probably worth it. Probably worth it. What are we using the money for? We're using the money to find the burger. We're using the money to reroll bosses. Okay. Use the DNA. 19 all steel is E71. Okay. So we could do 4 cryptids. Takes us up to 20 cards. 5 cryptids takes us to 22. I think it's 6 cryptids here. Say E77. How do I feel about a Joker that actively reduces your score? It makes me wonder when you would want that. So that was with 6 cryptids. I might have to use bummer. Might be 3 here. Two more is close. 2 more could be it. So I'll just use 1 more, it's fine. Three is definitely enough. That was 9 cryptids, wasn't it? All right, I don't think we could do that anymore. I think we gotta just not worry about getting the money. 9 cryptids this round. Maybe we gotta skip to the boss. Maybe it's skip time. If we skip, we lose the double tag that we have. We would have been fine. I think instead of skipping, I'm just going to do the next round with steel cards. I think we do 1 more. I think we play 1 more. Cola. Alright. So... all steel? Let's do it. So 3 cryptids takes us up to 18. We go one more. 4 cryptids. We got E71 before. Five cryptids. 5 cryptids should be E81. Okay. 5 cryptids. How many cryptids will we need for Ante 32? A lot. 5 cryptids is still money positive? It's cryptid positive. Yeah, we get money from just cash out money. Cryptid neutral. Close. Alright, the boss is 77. Okay, so 5 cryptids. 5 cryptids is the magic number. No, we're still good. We're still good. Still good. We got 78 there, not 77. Showman. Nope. Oh, maybe I should have checked the Arcana pack in case there was an ectoplasm. Then we could have taken the Showman. We have to take the voucher? We don't. We don't have to. We still want to get the burglar if possible. Okay. We have antimatter. We do. These are the vouchers that we have. We already have antimatter, hand size 1 but not 2. Extra hand, extra discard. We have overstock 1 but not 2. Boss reroll. We already went back in time. Omen Globe could give us another ectoplasm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. That's it. What's the card in the consumable slot? It's Spectral card. Spectral card says create 2 copies of a selected card. It's called Cryptid. We actually have 143 of these. Look at that. Alright. We somehow beat Ante 24. We still gotta beat Ante 32. Wait, it's frozen. Okay. It froze for a second there because we were messing around with the cryptids. What's the keyboard shortcut? It comes from the Saturn mod. The keyboard shortcut is Shift and Control right click. That's the default. But you can change it. You can configure it. Extra hand size doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. Alright. Here we skip to the boss. We lose the double tag. That's fine. We try to swap DNA for a burger. Full skip now. Okay. Alien rebate, no. We could take parking. Maybe not if we only have one hand. Emperor. Huh. Do we take parking? Parking can't give us that much money, can it? I don't think so. Not with only 3 hands. DNA is better because it saves cryptids. Still looking for a burger? Boiled again. You want to spend $30 on a reroll? Not really. Oh well. All right. 35, I think we stop. Getting expensive. Getting expensive. We still need to pay money to reroll the bosses. There's a serpent. Okay. Okay. So... 21 all steel is E78. Okay. That's 21 left in hand. You play one, you have 22 or 21 left. Okay. So we want to go mostly steel. Each hand is a cryptid. Okay. All right, let's do it this way. Okay, so with 5 cryptids, we were able to get 78. 5 cryptids, we were able to get 78. So 3 discards, 2 hands, that's 5 cryptids. Okay, so if I want to get from 78 to 87, I need to use more. I need to use probably 2 cryptids here, I think. Also DNA, no, this is in addition to... That's already factored in. Alright, so... I think I go steel here instead of gold. Okay. So... Play the gold. This doesn't win. Okay. Animation skip? Yeah, maybe. We're leaning in that direction. Okay, so that's 73, and then we drew 2 cards, so it's like 76, 77. I think each cryptid is about 4. I think it's 2 cryptids from here. Though it might be 1 more. Go 1 more. This should be fine now. Three cryptids is definitely enough. 2 was maybe not enough, but 3 is definitely enough. Oopster, glad you can make it. Have you ever had a run like this end prematurely by not using enough cryptids? Yeah, but we weren't too upset about it. Okay, so we got the flames about here. So we used probably one more cryptid than we needed to. Alright. I used 3 cryptids to get to 102. Okay, here we need 98, so we just use 3 cryptids. Actually, we get an extra discard, so we use 2 cryptids. I think it's 2 cryptids. Nice. Looking for a burger. Kurglow, welcome back. Glad to see you. The extra discard is honestly huge because it saves us a cryptid. Is there a juggle tag? No. May as well hold tarot cards? Yeah, I guess. It's extra clicks though. Mailing repaid. That's it. Alright, 2 cryptids here. Okay. Okay. There we go. Discard purple? Nice. Discard gold. Let's do this. Animation skip. Copy steal. Two cryptids. Okay. Pause after scoring. Give you time to shuffle your jokers. All right. So, I mean, first, that wins, right? Confirmed? It says 101. Okay. 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 We did it. That was enough time. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay. Nice. That's neat. That's kind of sweet. All right, okay. That's the Saturn mod. 3 seconds. Okay, 3 seconds, that's slow enough for me. Okay. E110. Okay. So probably 2 more cryptids, but then there's a juggle tag. So one more cryptid. So I think it's 3 cryptids here. There's a juggle tag. Call it 3. Give me the burger. The food? No burger. Andrew works. Andrew gives us extra cards. Passing the free reroll a lot. There's a cola. I could take a cola for the juggle tag. That saves me a cryptid. Is it? Do we get rid of the DNA? That seems radical. X says trust. Isn't Andrew strictly worse than DNA? Andrew, you get 3 discards. You get to draw 6 cards. Andrew is 3 cryptids. Man. If I get rid of DNA, I have to use an extra cryptid. There's a bean. Ah, we could have had the bean. It actually would have been fine. There's a showman. Bummer. Alright. Take Temperance, go next. Three cryptids. Animation skip. Okay. So discard gold. Oh, it's 3 seconds. Hello, Raiders. Hello, Raffle. Raiders, welcome. What are we working on today? We're trying to get Ante 39 on the black deck. If you want to get, let's say, Naninf on the black deck, it depends on how many Jokers you have. Here we've got 2 blueprints. We've got 2 brainstorms. So with this many blueprints and brainstorms, bearing in mind, it takes about, I want to say 40, maybe 45 cryptids in order to get Naninf. We don't need to do Naninf. What we need to do is we need to go all the way to Ante 39 on the black deck. If you want to see how we started this run, check it out on BalatroU University on YouTube. But right now we got some thunking to do. I didn't do my cryptids yet, right? I don't remember. Did I? Did I use my 3 cryptids? Copy the mime. Okay. Oh, wait. Whoop. There we go. We are using the Saturn mod. Saturn mod has animation skip, and this is a new feature, the pause after scoring. It gives you exactly 3 seconds to move your mime. Okay. Another invisible Joker. We're trying to get the burger right now. Trying to get the burglar. There's a voucher tag. We are forced to skip in order to save cryptids. Could open a spectral pack, see if we get ectoplasm. Nope. Alright. Burglar. Cola? What kind of skip tags? I could take a voucher if I give up the DNA. Voucher-wise, for folks just tuning in, we already have the hand size, we already have the boss reroll, we already have the antimatter. There's no really... It's just overstock and grabber basically. So I'm not gonna take the cola here. Okay. Death. Nope. At some point I'm gonna run out of money and I'm not gonna be able to reroll bosses. That time is not yet, but the time is approaching. I feel it closing in on me. Still no burger. 5 antes, no burger. Oh well. Alright, 122. How do we do that? Mega Buffoon Pack burger? Nope. Saw the wheel twice. Saw the manacle twice. There's the serpent. Okay. So, sacrifice a few extra cryptids for money. We might have to. If you look, we only have 2,700 bucks. Did I update the BU mod? No. I was working on doing Jokerless runs today. Okay, do we want to make gold cards here for the money? It costs us cryptids. Cryptids which we might need for later. So... I forgot how many cryptids I need. So let's do this. And then let's do this. It's gonna be at least 6. So let's start there. Okay. Baron, Mime, and let's give ourselves some time to pause. So that doesn't do it. That's 12. Alright, so each cryptid does about 3.5, I want to say, somewhere between 3 and 4. E3, E4. So to get to 22, I need 3 more cryptids. Pretty sure? Maybe I go 4 on the gold cards rather than 3 on the steel cards. Okay. We just drew 2 cards, so maybe I go, instead of 3, I just do 2. Fine, I'll do 3. And then now for sure it works. Alright. So we win. Kurglow, it was only 2, not 3. Oh, I didn't get my money. Wait. I didn't have enough time. Hold on. Let's go back. I want my money. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. 3 is what we did, so I'm gonna honor that. We're gonna do the same as what we did last time. Okay, and this should work if we do that. Alright, cool. Got it. Time counting even when you pause. Oh, so there's a 3-second timer, and if you pause, it still keeps ticking. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. So we got overstock, we got telescope. We don't have a telescope yet? That's crazy. Okay. I mean, we got a refill on our money. So, burger time? Okay. Okay. Still looking for the burger. Cool for a hermit. Okay. Two hermits. Is the Saturn mod the one that cleans up your deck view? No, that's the Cartomancer mod. Cartomancer mod, you could go stack up the cards that are the same. And so now it says I have 38 of these, I have 100 of these. Look at that. Get the bean. Let's go Arcana, see if we get a Fool. No Fool, we can skip. Purple Seal, nope. Temperance. What's the biggest score ever manually calculated? I mean, it depends on if you're talking about a set seed or a random seed. The random seed score that we got was E9000, 9080, something like that. Yeah, once again, BalatroU University on YouTube, if that's something that you care about. Alright, no burger. That's it. Let's go. Have I ever played Noita? I have not. Rolled past Andrew? Yeah, that's fair. I guess we could have taken Andrew. I just want a burger. Alright, this boss. Give me the serpent. Cost me like 300 bucks per serpent. There we go. Alright. So, what's this do for me? Hey, look, a red seal. We could go Aura. Foiled again. Okay. So... start by discarding steel. I'm gonna make gold cards. Okay. Make gold cards. Pause for 3 seconds. Alright. Okay, so Valkyrian is saying when we had 44 in hand, half of them gold, it was 136. Okay. So here, probably like 5 of these. So 34 is not it. 36. 38. 40. Okay. So claim this doesn't win. Okay, that's 120. Okay. So is each cryptid E4? We draw 2 cards, it becomes 24. We use 3 cryptids. Maybe 2 cryptids. You said this was E136? So, but we had more steel last time. I'll go one more. All right. Not being super precise here. That's okay. That wins. 143. We have 140 cryptids. So we're okay. Well, we're kind of okay. We still need the burger. Observatory doesn't do anything. These skip tags don't do anything. What ante are we planning on getting nan-inf? As late as possible. That's the plan. We did it. Got the burger. Sick. Alright, now we're chilling. Now we're big chilling. Alright, skip these. Huge get. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Okay. I got a hot take. I don't think we need the money anymore. Is that a hot take? I think we go full steel here. I think we have enough money to do enough rerolls. So the way the boss reroll works is you can't get the serpent a second time until you go through all the bosses. The bosses don't repeat, so you have to go through all 25. In a randomized order, go through all 25 before you get the next 25, and then the next 25, and the next 25. So what's nice about that is it's very, very close to 250 bucks every time. 300 to 250 bucks. So you can calculate it pretty precisely how many times you can do it. And we only need to go to ante 39. Okay, so now we don't pause after scoring. All right, so we just throw away the. All right, that's E30. That's 38. So every time we push this button, it goes up by some amount. It goes up by 7, so 51, now 58, now 64. Okay. 89. Number go up. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, for folks who missed it earlier, we're using the Saturn mod, so we can skip the animations. Anyway, that's 14, 20, goes up by another 6. Okay, so if I ship it, this should be 33. Okay. So 33. Okay, close enough. Okay. If I use one cryptid, it doesn't work. If I use 2 cryptids, also doesn't work. So I should use 3 cryptids. 2 might work, but 3 is safer. Okay. And then now, dip it. And then copy the mine. There we go. So that only took us 3 cryptids. That's huge. That's sweet. Thought we didn't need the money? Ah. Yeah. Alright, fine. We'll get rid of the gold ones. Here. Hang them. Close to 500 bucks there? Alright. Okay. Buffoon pack. Reroll. You're like a shaman. So, garbage tag. We could still get an ectoplasm. Maybe. Okay. If we have all steel, how many cryptids would we need to use for Nan-Inf? Well, if we have the burglar, we don't need that many cryptids. Maybe 20 cryptids? Less than 20 cryptids. Because of the burglar. Alright, copy the burglar. Is ectoplasm worth it? Probably not, but it doesn't hurt us either. Alright. Let's throw away the gold ones. Because these folks are allergic to money, I guess. There you go. Chapin says, is it time to get rid of the percolator? Huh. No. We still want to make more cryptids. Alright. $105, $112, $26, $33. Okay, so go one more. 39, okay. Wait, 33 to 39 was only 6 difference. Let's make a bunch of steel ones. How many steel ones do we want? I need to get to 25. 25 is 4 cryptids. I think that's it. And we can pause after scoring. So play the gold one. There we go. Cool. Cool. Crash, sorry I missed it, but thank you for the 7 months, Crash. Crash, thanks just in general for hanging out and being a good sport. An inspiration to us all. Hey, Concrete's here. Concrete, have I summoned Concrete by doing the black deck Ante 39? This is the kind of stuff Concrete likes. Welcome back, Concrete. It's been a while. It's been a minute. Alright. This is Ante 32. Thank you. So the burglar doesn't work. Schmoly, thank you for the 5 months of Prime. Forces a card to be selected. That's probably not a big deal. Alright. There you go, Violet Vessel. So, do the burglar. Now I have to figure out how many cards I'm supposed to make, how many cryptids I'm supposed to use. How do I get to E 180? Let's do this. That's 33. So if I bust out my calculator, let's do some calculations here. How about if we do 180 minus 33 and divided by 7, that's about 21. 21 cryptids. That seems like a lot. That seems like a lot. We got cryptids, but we don't have like forever cryptids. Alright, ship it. Look at that. Actually calculated. Alright, don't ask me to do that again. That used 100% of my brain. Alright. Hey look, a boss reroll. We get a free reroll. We also get 200 bucks here. That's the hardest ante. Yep. That's it. Hey look, Inweasable Joker. So, I mean we could... It's not it's not worth it for the cryptids. Or is it? Wait. Hear me out. No, it's worth it. It's 100% worth it. No, it is. It for sure is worth it. Yeah. We only need to do like 6 more of these. Alright, Porcano, get out of here. Alright. That's it. It's... Yeah, it's fine. Alright. Copy the burger. Go next. Reroll the boss. Get 200 bucks. Sweet. Alright. Copy the burglar. Baron Mime. Okay. Throw away the gold ones. Okay. Don't need that one. Okay. So 39, I gotta get to 95. So that's 55. 55, that's 8. We do 8 of them. Is that true? Let's go 9. No, that's fine. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yep. It's each one's E7. So if you need to get from 40 to 95 is 55, almost 56. You gotta use 8 cryptids if they're 7 each. Okay. There you go. Okay. Copy the burger. Go next. Okay. Okay. This stuff doesn't matter. Could take a death card to make some stuff into steel. Hey look! D6 tag. Okay. Serpent. Copy the burglar. One more round on Invisible Joker. Sorry. Turn the pause off. Okay, throw this one away. Alright, so last time we got 202, so I use 10 now. 10 cryptids. Okay. $77. What's this? Okay. 85. 92. 98. So I could probably throw away a steel one. 204. Okay. 211. Okay. Alright, let's pause. So we ship it and then move the mime, get the money. Alright. Invisible Joker. Better than 50% chance we have Blueprint or Brainstorm. We did it. That's big game. That's big game. That's beautiful. We didn't need it to happen, but boy is it satisfying. Big, if true. Let's go next. Alright. There's a serpent. Got the burglar. Okay. Now we go one more mime. So 4 barons. Okay, let's organize it this way. 4 barons, 3 mimes. There you go. Well, okay. I do want to do it this way though, that way I can slide the mime in the middle. Anyway. Alright. Start grinding. So now the difference is E8. Instead of E7, it's E8 difference. Because we have an extra mime. Is this the Naninth boss? It's not. Okay. One more takes me to 203. Alright, so to get 30, we need 28. So that's about 4 of these. Yeah. That's about 4. How do I calculate how much E a cryptid gives me? So it's the same as when you play 1 card, you draw 3. Play 1, draw 3. So the difference is 2 cards. So 1 cryptid is the same as 1 hand. So I just look at how much the number goes up every time I play a hand, and then it's the same. It's the same number. All right. 48. Yeah, okay. A little bit overkill. We overshot it a little bit, but that's okay. That's fine. Got here right on time. I would say I would agree. Yeah. This is the time. The action is happening. What's the Steel Joker on? That's a good question. Let's take a look. 57. Times 57 on the Steel Joker. Alright. Okay. Wheel. Serpent. Got it. Okay. Not much to see anymore. That's it. Can you imagine doing this without the animation skip? I will say, of all the Naninf or like Ante 39 or whatever runs that we've done, this has probably been one of the more interesting ones. Just because the scoring is so much more difficult on the black deck compared to the plasma deck. Requires more material to score the same amount of points. We're very close on the number of cryptids. Almost didn't make it. Mobile players have no chance. Yeah. Alright. Do one of those. Do one of those. Okay. To get 40, I need... Let's go 6. Pause. All right. We're up to 265. Not quite the Nan yet. So got, ooh, we get an extra hand. That's huge. Get rid of the gold ones. There we go. So, Ante 38 is the last one. Okay. Serpent. Let's do, I need at least 5. Let's use a couple. Sorry, technicians asked, if you were to do a world record with a retroactive scaling joker like Steel Joker, would you consider it you need to actually hold the joker? Yes. Yep. And we've done those, like, we did Fortune Teller. Fortune Teller gets more plus mult when you use tarot cards, and then so you use the tarot cards first, and then you have to find the Fortune Teller later. If you take the Fortune Teller and hold on to the Fortune Teller, then you don't have to worry about finding the Fortune Teller later, but then potentially, if you're holding the Fortune Teller, then that Joker slot could have been used for something more useful. Something that actually gives you more tarot cards. And then so there's some trade-off there about how early do I take the Fortune Teller. Maybe I won't be able to find the Fortune Teller later. Maybe I should take it. And that's what makes it interesting. So this should just win, actually. There we go. If you have the fortune teller, you also might overscore. Yeah, we did the fortune teller using the 8-ball, using the 8-ball to generate tarot cards. And if you score too many points, you don't get to play as many hands. All right. All of a sudden, there's no more ectoplasms. When you want to find ectoplasm, can't find ectoplasm. Could use a hermit, or could use a fool to do this. Do temperance. That's it. This is the end. This is Ante 38, right? So I guess we could spend a little money. We do need a little money to reroll the boss. Boiled again. Oh, we got the animation skip on. It makes the Wheel of Fortune a little bit less dramatic. Do the final hand with the full animations. Yeah. How about that? Actually, you know what I want to do? I want to go next. Do the boss. We'll do Ante 38 right now, and then we'll go to Ante 39. Alright, Serpent. I will do the animation skip right now for the setup. I use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go 5 cryptids. Find the Naked King? We don't have a Naked King. I guess technically we have a gold seal, or sorry, we have a steel card that has a purple seal on it. That's 21. That's 30. 9. 249. 257. So to get to 90, it's 4. So I use 3. Is that true? I need 30. So I use 3 of these. Something like that. What's happening? Hey Murph, check it out. We're playing on the black deck. Doing Ante 39 black deck. Alright. 291. Look at that. We did it. Ante 39 on the black deck. Animations on? Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. If you got cryptids involved, if you got Perkeo giving you cryptids, getting Naninf, that's not an issue. Well, let's do something interesting, maybe. So 2 celestial packs. Look like a showman. Can we find DNA and play 5 stone cards? Can we find DNA? Can we play 5 stone cards? These are interesting questions. I don't want to give up my burger. Take a judgment with us? I'll take a judgment. Alright, let's do that. Let's go judgment plus fool. We don't need a burglar? We don't need the burglar. Correct. I want the extra hands. Just for fun. Burglar's extra hand size. Yeah. How come I can't get judgment? It's getting expensive. It's getting pricey. $60 rerolls. Oh, I guess we could just do this. Take the Tarot Tycoon. Alright. If you put it that way. Judgment? Okay. And then get a Fool? Get a Fool? Alright, we can't go to 0. Fool right here? Ah, beans. I think I might have to stop re-rolling. Gotta re-roll the boss. Yeah! That's it. I think that's it. Bummer. Alright. Manacle. Alright, we already hit the manacle twice, so it's less than 20 rerolls since that. There it is, serpent. Alright, we'll do it. We'll do the serpent. There you go. Got the burger, got the extra hands. Okay. Sell the burger. Use judgment. Alright, didn't happen. Alright. Nan. Get rid of this guy. Alright. 203. So we got 200 without any cryptids. Cool. Alright, but then let's do this. Let's use the cryptids. There you go. Got about 80 of those. Does the use stack not work? It works on planet cards, but it doesn't work on the spectral cards. My poor wrist. Alright. Grab one of these gold cards. So you want this? You want animations? You want the full deal? You want the full burger? Alright. Ship it. Play a flush 5? Oh, it's too late now. Too late now. Anyway, a couple people are asking. Now's a good time for questions. People were asking me questions before, and I, you know, was playing the game, wasn't able to answer the questions. Someone asked, do I have a favorite naninf method? I don't think any of them are really that interesting. Maybe they're all just uninteresting. And so maybe there's like, okay, which one is the least annoying? I think the Burglar Serpent on just like a random seed plasma deck is maybe more interesting than using Perkeo. I think Perkeo is the least interesting. So maybe if Perkeo is the least interesting, then anything not involving Perkeo is more interesting. Maybe Burglar Serpent is cool. Juggle Tag was kind of interesting. Juggle Tag is way more RNG dependent than the Burglar Serpent one. And that RNG dependence makes it a little bit too annoying. Like, Zayna was able to get at least 2, maybe 3 in a row. Naninf in a row. 3 different runs on the Plasma deck. That's how kind of consistent it is. One thing I like about that particular run is the pacing is kind of interesting. Doing the different pieces at the appropriate time. Even just using DNA to make red gold cards, and then switching from making red gold cards to switching to making red steel cards at the appropriate time. Switching from DNA to burglar at the appropriate time. I think those different moves are interesting. Vanguard guy, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Hey, what up, Dom? Sorry I didn't see you earlier. Welcome, Dom. Yeah, someone also asked earlier, I think it was Tech, asked about how do I feel about combining all these different techniques that we have. Like, okay, we got the bean glitch. We can combine that with the observatory with Perkeo. We did that before. You can combine the bean glitch with the Baron Mime stuff. How do I feel about putting all those things together and doing some super crazy over-the-top run? More so than we've already done? Alright. I think we got the Nan already. That's it. Chico too, yeah. Okay, so use the bean glitch to get the extra hand size, to use the ectoplasm to get the extra Joker slots, to get extra Chico. Use Chico to get even more hand size. Because you can use Chico to get hand size against the normal bosses, turn all the normal bosses into the manacle, and then the finisher bosses, the anti-8 bosses, you turn those into the Crimson Heart, and then do the beam repeatedly. Like, it seems like too much. It's just too much work for what? What's the point? Using the beam glitch one time in order to get the Flush 5 Naninf, that was fun. Do the Flush 5 Naninf one time, since you never do Flush 5. Yeah, the beam glitch run that we did, the reason why we stopped is because it got boring. We had too much money, we had too much power. We just like, alright, we did it. Alright, let's pack it up. It really is just game breaking in a way that's not engaging anymore. Have I seen Belanos Bear's Flush 5 only run? Nope, I didn't see the whole run. I saw maybe like the last round, maybe. But Belanos did give me an idea for a new series that we're working on YouTube. So BalatroU University on YouTube once again. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get Completionist Plus without any Joker stickers. So you have to get gold stake wins on every deck. That means also all of the lower stake wins. So white stake, red stake, black stake, green stake, blue stake. Anyway, get eight wins on every deck with no Joker stickers. What does it mean, no Joker stickers? So you can use Jokers, but when you get to the end, you sell all your Jokers so you don't get any stickers on them. Is my mic cracking? It could be. Maybe like something going on in the game causing problems. Yeah, so, you know, if you haven't already seen it, the run that I uploaded today was Jokerless white stake on the red deck. Red deck Jokerless. You don't have to do the runs completely Jokerless. I just decided because it was white stake, decided to do a Jokerless just for fun. But then I already recorded the gold stake run on the red deck. It's not a Jokerless run, but it's a Jokerless end game. Sell all your Jokers before the final round. Anyway, this was Belanos' idea. Stickerless Completionist Plus. Who Jokers don't get stickers? They do. Who Jokers get stickers? All Jokers get gold stickers. Or other stickers if you win on lower stakes. Seems like a long journey. It will take a while. Yep. I'm not going to record all the runs. I'm going to record the white stake runs and the gold stake runs, and that's it. So it'll take like a month, but not like 3 months or longer. Does Mr. Bones get a sticker if he gets used up against the final boss? He does not get a sticker if he gets used up. Are we going to win streak it? Nah, we're not going to worry too much about win streaking. The molt is non-existing. The molt disappeared right about here. This is where we got the Naninf. And then the rest is just gravy, I guess. The rest is just so that we have time to chat. If you have 2 invisible Jokers, can you sell one to copy the other? You can, but the new copy will start at 0 out of 2. Who here is calculating the real score? About E900. E961. Cool. Yeah, this is a victory lap. We got the Nan a long time ago. You know, it's been a minute since we played Pokemon. Maybe we'll do Pokemon tomorrow. Was I always interested in mathematics, or did I have other career aspirations? I think I was always interested in mathematics, and I did, when I was an undergrad, I did start out as a civil engineer, because that's kind of a little bit pressure from my parents about like, oh, if you want to make real money, you got to be some kind of engineer. I was like, all right, I'll be a civil engineer. And then I realized, I wasn't that into it. So I switched to just math. We got the Nan. Alright, now let's do it again. I'm curious about this. If I play the holographic card, ship it again? It'll go much faster now, since we don't have the Barons and Mimes. Curious to see how much this will score. I mean, I'm curious too. That's why I pushed the button. We might have to pause it. We might have to... Okay, that's E54. About E80? Yeah, looks like it. So there, it's basically at the end, that's E78. So about E80. Alright. So if you wanted to get Nan-Inf without any jokers, let's say you played on the Plasma deck instead of here on the Black deck, it would be E about 160 instead of 80, it'd be 160. And then so if you had twice as many kings in hand, if you had 400 kings in hand, it would be Nan-Inf without any jokers. We did before one time, we had 700. We used 350 cryptids, we had 700 cards in hand. We did get the jokerless Nan-Inf before. If you want to see that run, it's BalatroU University on YouTube. I think I called it, or I titled it like the biggest score ever recorded or something like that. Yeah, using per KO. Using basically the same thing, but on the Plasma deck, using per KO to copy cryptids. Anyway, that's going to be it for this one, I guess. That's Ante 39 on the Black deck.